Hey guys, so we have the download for Zenkai Super Saiyan Bardock, who, potentially could be the best unit in the game. So a lot of the recent Zenkais have been really powerful, and especially a unit like Bardock, who has the potential already in his kit that he already has existing right now to be like a game-breaking unit. Because when this guy released, he was a game-breaking unit. People were literally killing like other units in like 2 attacks, and back then, that was unheard of. So what I have open here is I have Android 18 open as a reference because she's another melee-based Zenkai unit who's recent. So I'm going to be looking at her stats as a reference, but here we have Bardock. So Super Saiyan Bardock, blue, obviously he's a melee-type unit. So just looking at his stats real quick. So strike attack is 282. Android 18 is 281, so slightly higher. His blast is 255. 18 is 240. Bardock's strike defense and blast defenses are both, is 181 and 183. And Android 18 is 169, 178. So Bardock has higher stats in every category. And Android 18's health is 2.63, and Bardock's health is 2.76. So every single category, he has more stats. That's a lot of stats. Like, this is a very high strike attack. These are actually really good defensive numbers. And even his blast attack's really not that bad. So, I mean, just looking at the stats alone, he already seems like he's gonna be in a good position to be really, really powerful here. Alright, so let's actually scroll down and take a look at what he can actually do here. So, his main ability, before Zenkai, used to be drawing the ultimate and increasing card draw speed by 1 level for 15 timer count. So now it goes to draws the ultimate, 40% to ultimate damage inflicted. Okay, so that's pretty much all he gets. So he keeps the card draw speed, but he gets 40% to ultimate damage inflicted for 20. That's not bad. His ultimate's gonna be hitting a lot harder, which is nice. Unique before Zenkai. So it's basically if you're using other Super Saiyans, these are the buffs that he gets. So he gets 30% damage, -5 to own strike and blast arts cost, and then plus 40% to own key recovery. Now he gets, there's a tag Super Saiyan battle member other than this character, 40% damage, -5 to strike arts cost, -10 to blast, and then plus 70% to key recovery. Okay, so it goes from 3540 to 4570, and he also gets -10 to blast, which is actually pretty good. So that's a pretty decent buff. I don't expect these first 2 to get buffed at all, like, honestly. Okay, so this is the big one, right? So prior to him Zenkaiing, this is what he would do. To Super Saiyans when he switches out, 20% to damage inflicted, 30% to critical rate, and then 70% to critical damage, and they're all for 15 counts. Okay. Applies the following effects to allied tag Super Saiyan when this character is switched to standby. 25% to damage inflicted for 20 counts. Okay, so that goes up by 5 counts. 30% to critical rate, and then 70% to critical damage. So what did it go up by 5%? So it went from 20, 30, 70 to 25, 30, 70, and this went up by 5 counts. So yeah, like I said, I didn't even think this would go up at all. Like this is fine because this is one of the most broken unique abilities in the entire game. All right. So now we're going to start looking at his actual Zenkai passives or unique abilities. So this awakens at Zenkai 3, this one awakens at Zenkai 6, or unlocks at Zenkai 6. So the Cross-Dimensional Awakening, 10% damage inflicted every time another battle member is hit with an enemy strike or blast or special move arts attack. Up to 50. That's pretty easy to get maxed out. Because the way that this works, I think, is it works like Rage Trunks, where it's not just the combo, it's every attack in the combo is going to trigger this effect. So, I don't know, let's just say, for example, you're getting attacked, you're using this guy alongside Super Kaioken Goku. And Super Kaioken Goku is getting comboed by Vegito Blue. Every single card that Vegito Blue is using to combo you with is going to trigger this. And since it looks like it doesn't have a counter restriction on it, like, this is just going to be permanently active. So he's basically going to have 10% damage, 50% damage, as long as you can just get this activated, which shouldn't take that long. But keep in mind, this isn't going to be active as soon as you start the battle. Okay, and then the last unique is Hope You're Ready, unlocks at Powerful. Reduces damage received by 20% when this character enters the battlefield, cannot be stacked. Applies the following effects to self once 50 timer counts have elapsed. 30% damage inflicted, increases archer drops by one level, and then 30% to health restoration. So this should synergize with the green card. 50 counts is a while. I'm just gonna say that. I don't really like these time-gated passives or uniques. But I guess this is okay, like 20% damage reduction. I don't know, because this is gonna kick into effect at 130 counts. And I'm gonna be honest with you, by the time you hit 130 counts in this meta, a lot of the times the match has already been decided by that point. So I'm not really the biggest fan of this, just because it takes forever to activate it. And I talked about this yesterday. Like, I didn't think this guy was gonna be broken, but he's definitely not bad at all. I mean, just taking a look at all the stuff he does here. But let's take a look at what else he does. So yeah, regular strike, regular blast, special move, deals major pierce damage. What did it do before Zenkai? -1 arch card draw speed for 15 counts and 80% chance to inflict heavy bleed. So now it's the same exact thing, except it's went from 80% to 100% chance to inflict strong bleed. And then the special skill. Used to just restore health by 10% and cancels attribute downgrades. Now, it restores health by 10% and key. That's actually a pretty big buff. Restoring key with the green card is pretty big. Key is always nice to get back on green cards. And then the ultimate prior to Zenkai was it deals major impact damage and then restores 30 key. And now it does massive damage, which is good because that's going to do even more damage just on top of the fact that he's getting the 40% buff from that. And it also restores key by 60 and restores vanishing gauge by 100%. Huh. 100%, huh? Okay, that's pretty... This kit is pretty dumb. Yeah, that's a pretty good ult. That's a pretty good ult. Increases the following effect status of characters that are both element blue and Saiyans. Wow. Okay. So this guy's our third just Saiyan tag Zenkai buffer. Because we have Red Goku. Then we had Purple Vegeta. Now we have Bardock. I thought he was going to be Blue Super Saiyans. But if he's Blue Saiyans, like, okay, that's a lot. And it's just a regular Zenkai buff too. Okay. So that changes things a little bit. Let's actually pull up Saiyans and see if we can sort by blue. Well, we can just look. Well, you know who's going to get a buff from this? This guy. This guy's going to get a buff from this. LF Majin Vegeta. Uh-huh. Who else? This guy. This guy we talked about yesterday. Oh! Guess what? Guess who's going to get a Zenkai buff? Okay. Sure. I mean, that's really it. I mean, yeah, like Gogeta and stuff, but none of these other guys are really too good. So that's pretty insane, though. A Blue Saiyan buffer. Okay, that adds a lot of... Even if you don't like this character and how he performs in-game, it's definitely worth investing into him because of the fact that he has that Zenkai ability. Like, that's one of the best Zenkai abilities in the game now. Very easily. So... I don't know if I'm going to say this Bardock is busted, but this by itself, like even to this day, you can use this guy pre-Zenkai right now, and he's not going to be bad because of this. So honestly, there's no way this guy can be bad. There's just no way. So I don't know if he's like, you know, LF Gohan level. I don't think he's close to that level, but he's definitely going to have an impact on the meta for sure, I think. And the fact that he's blue is really good. Okay, so that was Bardock. Here we have a new event called Just Try to Surpass Me. Clear every stage to get 1,000 Chrono Crystals total. Okay. So we have... oh yeah, the interesting thing about this is there's a new difficulty called Despair. Now, this was a difficulty that was data mined a long time ago. Like, we're talking like back when the game was first released. Like, this was a difficulty level that was data mined way back then, like over 2 years ago. And I think this is the first time we're actually seeing it being implemented into the game in the form of a playable event. So I'm definitely interested in seeing how they do this. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of AI battles or PvE stuff in this game, but if they can do this right, this could be interesting, for sure. It looks like you just have to go through and kill all the... And there's not really anything special about this event. It's just literally just you go through all this and you just win. Like, I don't know. But that's that event. It's a free 1,000 crystals, so I can't complain about that at all. Then we have the Zenkai Trunks co-op coming back, so if you didn't farm him up during the anniversary, or you missed it, or you weren't able to play, or whatever the deal was, he's coming back, so make sure to farm him up. And I believe that is it. Oh yeah, forgot to mention this. So, yeah, we have Zenkai Awakening booster missions coming for Bardock. Now, what I think this is going to be is this looks like it's going to be paid missions. I'm not sure how much it's going to cost because I don't think it tells us. But basically, you pay a certain amount of crystals and you're going to get all these rewards once you finish the steps that are listed here. So let's just take a look. So win 15 times using any Super Saiyan. Very easy. KO any Frieza Force character 30 times on the special stage. And then use 50 energy. This is like super easy to do. But if you're somebody who doesn't have enough Z power to Zenkai Bar, like how much Z power is this? This is, so assuming you're at 0 stars, 2 stars, 3 stars, 4 stars, 6 stars, 7 stars. So guess what? If you buy this mission, if you buy these missions and you complete all these missions, you're going to be able to get this guy to 7 stars even if you don't even have the character. And then, on top of that, you get these Zenkai Souls. You get 200, 250, 250, 250, 250. So you're going to be able to get him to Zenkai level 1 with an extra 200. I don't know why they did that weird number, but yeah, so you're going to be able to... So basically, if you have this guy at 0 stars, like let's just say you have him at 0 Z power, you don't have the unit at all, you're going to be able to get him to 7 stars, Zenkai 1, plus you're going to be able to get, you know, a decent amount of resources from this as well. Some Super Souls, some regular Souls, some Zenkai Souls, but not a ton, right? But I think this is pretty good, depending on how much it costs. If it costs like 5,000, probably not worth it. But if it costs like 2,000, that's pretty good, because 2,000 crystals to guarantee a 7-star Zenkai 1 unit is really good. That's really good. Plus you get some resources too, and you get some erasers. So, you guys let me know down below how you think or how you feel about this Bardock. It's going to be hard to tell how good he is until we actually are able to test him in game, but I will have a video on that releasing as soon as he comes out in about an hour or so from now, so stick around for that. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next one.